Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Arkham Horror, the card game, on Tabletop Simulator. Last time we finished Night of the Zealot, which is sort of the opener campaign. It's the mini campaign that comes in the core game. If you just buy only the base game, that's what you get. But there's a lot of expansion content. Pretty much each one of these other boxes here has like 8 or so more scenarios to play through as part of other campaigns. Look at this one. This one has just... Actually, there's a secret scenario. And this is a 2-parter. I don't know what's going on with that. I actually do own this one. I don't think I own all of it, though. I think I only own up to, like, the Boundary Beyond. But anyways, we're going to be playing now through the Dunwich Legacy. These fine scenarios here. We're going to see how it goes. Starting with Extracurricular Activity. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily, because there is a bit of a decision to be made, I think. Dunwich Legacy. And when we get to that, we're going to be playing with a new deck. Different deck, showing off some different stuff. This one is a Ashcan Pete deck. So I just looked up, I went to arkhamdb.com and I was like, I want an Ashcan Pete deck. Hit me with that Ashcan Pete. And I just sorted by like number of likes, and this was pretty much one of the most liked ones. Especially for solo play. I mean, this is a solo deck designed to be on his own, him and Duke, his dog. So we're just gonna plug it in and go. There's Duke. We've got a deck. Now this deck is, so when you're a solo character, you need to handle both fighting and investigating most of the time. So those are considerations. Duke provides a lot of both. He can fight with the base skill of 4, it does +1 damage. That's basically like having a nice weapon. And he can be used to investigate with a base skill of 4, which is also really good because Ashcan Pete, his starting stats are 4 willpower, 2 intellect, 2 fight, 3 evasion. So he really depends on Duke to bring both the intellect, which is odd, and the fight. Yeah, obviously it's just like he's sort of, Duke supports Ashcan Pete in these activities, but it's just funny. It's like, well, I'm an idiot, but my dog, he's really smart. He'll figure it out. Yeah, but the thing is, any stat bonuses that Ashcan Pete would receive from cards or whatever, that also sort of transfers over to Duke. Because Duke is just modifying his stats. Duke is not like a separate character. So having, say, investigate with a base skill of 4, that means that any additional points you have go on to that base skill of 4. And that's where the main appeal of this deck comes in a couple of different ways with a couple of different cards. Primarily, though, it's from this one right here called Dark Horse. So you can only have one of these out at a time. I don't know why that art is the one that was picked for Dark Horse. If you need a close-up of this fantastic artwork, it's an old man on his porch with a shotgun. I don't know. But if you have this out, during the upkeep phase, when you would normally gain 1 resource per turn, you can instead choose not to gain resources. And you might do that because while you have 0 resources, you get +1 to all your stats, which is pretty solid. That's pretty solid. That puts him at 5-3-3-4, but with Duke involved, he's basically at like a 5-5-5-4, which is you know, those aren't common stats. We also have Saint Hubert's Key, which is a necklace. This gives you another +1 willpower, +1 intellect, but -2 sanity. Now, Pete only has 5 the sanity, but he can also dump sanity onto Duke. And having low sanity lets you use all these special skill cards that give you +4 to a skill test, but you can only use them if you have 3 or fewer remaining sanity. So with St. Hubert's Key, even if you haven't lost any, even if you haven't taken any horror, it reduces your max down to 3, so you can play all these cards right away. So that's good. Additionally, you have like Peter Sylvester, who is basically just this sanity machine. He can take 2 sanity, so you can always put 1 on him, and after every turn, he heals 1. So he's basically like this just constant bank that you can dump sanity onto. And also, we have Calling in Favors, where you can choose an ally that you control, you return it to your hand, meaning that you remove all damage and sanity that you've put on it, and then you get to search top 9 cards of your deck for an ally and play it with a reduced cost. This is really beneficial, especially for Duke, because Duke can take basically a damage and 2 horror, and then you just play Calling in Favors, put him back in your hand, and you could just play him again right away, of course, and you know, he doesn't take up an ally slot, which is awesome. So you can have Duke and like Peter Sylvester out at the same time. And one of our first upgrades is probably going to be the Charisma card that gives us an additional ally slot, because we also have Madame Lebranche, or Lebranche. She can also soak up a little horror and damage, but if we ever have no cards, we can exhaust her each turn to draw a card, or if we have no resources, we can exhaust her to gain a resource. And obviously, it's in our overall best interest with Dark Horse to not have resources, but there will be times where we want them, such as playing the Fire Axe, which is our primary weapon aside from Duke. So you can only fight with Duke like once per turn. He's exhausted. So then we have the Fire Axe, which if you have no resources, it deals +1 damage, but you can spend up to 3 resources during the fight to add +2 strength each time. So you can you have 0 resources, you fight with Duke, then you exhaust this to get a resource, and then you spend that on the Fire Axe, putting you at basically the same hitting odds and doing another damage. So yeah, or if you just have resources you need to dump, the Fire Axe can be really good. You can get +6 to your strength. There's some good stuff. So yeah, that's all pretty good. Our random weakness that we got thrown in here just now, I probably shouldn't even be looking at it, but it doesn't matter. Adding it to our threat area. After we take 1 or more damage, we take a direct horror. A direct horror means that I can't put it on an ally. I have to take it myself, so that's bad. And it's 2 actions to get rid of it. Our specific weakness is Desperate Search. No, not Desperate Search. No, what is it called? I'm sorry. I should know this just automatically. Why did I think it was Desperate Search? It's Racked by Nightmares. There it is. Yeah. So this exhausts all assets you control, so that includes Duke. You can't play it that turn. And you basically cannot use any of those exhausted assets until you spend 2 actions to get rid of this. So we got 2 weakness cards now that require 2 actions to get rid of, but that's fine. All right, so that's all that. Let's start here. And yeah, we're ready to start reading. So the Dunwich Legacy, obviously somewhat based on the Dunwich Horror, but it's gonna go in its own direction, to be sure. Dr. Henry Armitage pours himself a glass of Pinot and sits down at his desk, gesturing for you to sit across from him. I apologize for the short notice, he begins. His face is pale, his forehead sweaty and wrinkled with worry. Armitage, the head librarian of Miskatonic University and a former mentor of yours, privately contacted... Yeah, former mentor of Ashcan Pete. Privately contacted you in the hopes of gaining your assistance. Eager to help, you made your way to his home in Southside. Upon entering, you were surprised to find his home in disarray. Books and notes litter his desk, and an empty bottle of wine is tipped over onto the ground by the fireplace. You'd always known Armitage to be neat and well organized. The elderly man takes a moment to collect his thoughts. I am looking for 2 of my colleagues, Dr. Francis Morgan, Professor of Archaeology, and Warren Rice, Professor of Languages. Warren was supposed to meet up with me over supper earlier today to discuss several important findings, but he has since gone missing. At first I thought nothing of it, but I have a nagging feeling something else is going on. A very familiar feeling. You've never seen Armitage quite this worried before. His hands tremble as he reaches for the glass on his desk, and he sips from it nervously. I tried to find Francis, hoping he knew where Warren was, but he too is out of touch. Francis has been spending a lot of time in some gambling den, or so I'm told. I sent for you because I'm worried Warren might be in trouble. I would appreciate it greatly if you could find him for me. You may also wish to ask Francis for help, if you can reach him. Okay, so we can go to 1A, Extracurricular Activity, to find Warren Rice at the university, or we can go to 1B, The House Always Wins, to find Morgan first at the Clover Club. A speakeasy and gambling joint. That seems like Ashcan Pete's kind of place. So let's do The House Always Wins. Whoops. Alrighty. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down his associate, Dr. Francis Morgan. He's not sure whether Dr. Morgan is in trouble, but he's not particularly happy with his colleague's present choice of company. He's in the Clover Club, a notorious gambling joint somewhere downtown. Finding the club's exact location isn't easy. You have to grease a few palms just to learn which of the downtown restaurants operates as the club's front. That restaurant is La Bella Luna, a somewhat upscale Italian eatery by the theater. You change into your Sunday best and make your way there. In front of La Bella Luna stands a man in a pinstripe suit who sizes you up as you approach. Enjoy yourselves, he says with a snake-like grin as he holds open the restaurant's front door. Alright, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, okay. Alright, so we're picking, House Always Wins. There we go. It is funny that this game started out as, oh shit. This game started out as Arkham Horror, the card game, so it's supposed to all be set in Arkham, but obviously they quickly realized that no, we're not going to set it all in Arkham. That's ridiculous. So, you know, by this expansion, you know, you're in the fucking, you know, tropical jungles and stuff like that, and yeah, it gets a little ridiculous, but that's good. I like that. Alright, at the start of the scenario, Agenda 1A grants each criminal enemy the aloof keyword, which stops those enemies from automatically engaging you. At some point, those enemies may lose the aloof keyword. So basically, the enemies here are not hostile initially, because we're just at a nice club. Clover Club. You've entered the Clover Club casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink, or make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. So all the criminals gain aloof. If you ever deal damage to an enemy, a criminal enemy, you advance the agenda. So things are going to kick off soon enough. 4 points of doom. Beginner's luck. You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed. Perhaps somebody knows where he is. When you reveal a Chaos token, you may treat that token as if it were any other token in the Chaos bag. If you do, remember that you have cheated. Do that once per round. And we need 4 clues. Alright. So we can cheat if we want. That will have repercussions. Alright, so we're starting at La Bella Luna. We got Ashcan Pete right there, ready to rock and roll. Pretty sure I shuffled Duke into this deck, so let's get him back out. Alright, let's draw 5 cards. Alright, we're starting with Dark Horse, very nice. And we got Peter Sylvester, very nice. And the Fire Axe, very nice. But I might want something a bit more focused on investigating than Reckless Assault. So let's dump that and dump Vicious Blow. Draw 2. Desperate Search, Madame LeBranche. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't keep redrawing, so that is what it is. Alrighty. So, La Bella Luna, we can resign at any point. There is a clue here, though. We're probably interested in getting that. So first, we're gonna play Dark Horse as just a trait. So that costs 3. Now we need to spend 2 more in order to get down to 0 resources. So we're gonna play Madame LeBranche. I could take a resource and then play Peter, but I think Madame might be better. Alright, so now Dark Horse kicks in because I have no resources. So +1 to all my stats. Ashcan Pete's special ability is that he can discard a card from his hand at any time to ready something that he controls. Which means that if I use Duke, I exhaust him, I can then discard a card and get him ready again. So we can do that. But we're going to exhaust Duke, and we're going to do an investigate with a base skill of 4. Which bumps us up to 5, thanks to Dark Horse. I can get a free move immediately before investigating, but I don't need to do that. Alright, so 5 against 2. That is an easy success, so we will take that clue. We need a total of 4, right. Alright, that's my turn. We can take the resource, or we can choose not to. I'm going to go ahead and take it just so I can play the Fire Axe next turn. And we can slap down a leather coat, too. Alright, and Doom goes up by 1, and we get an encounter card. Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If you reveal the Elder Sign symbol or a positive number, nothing happens. Any other number, take a damage. If we reveal a symbol, take 2 horror. Alright, we got a symbol, so that is going to be 2 horror we're taking. So we'll definitely put 1 on Duke, and let's slap 1 on Madame LeBranche. Okay, good. Duke is ready again, of course, and it's our turn. So we're going to spend the 1 to play the Fire Axe. Second action is going to be playing the leather coat. Oh yeah, hold on. I reloaded the mod, so I had to bring these back in. I forgot to make them smaller. Let me do that. Yeah, blip, 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 blip. There we go. Okay. Third action, then, we're going to exhaust Duke in order to move to the next location and immediately do an investigate. There's no clues there. I wasn't sure, but it was, you know, otherwise it's just a move. I mean, I might still have to draw the Chaos bag just because there could be an effect from it. Yeah, okay, we're fine. All right. Well, this is Act 1, which it is. You can spend an action, discard an ally from your hand to gain 2 clues from the token pool. Damn. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that next turn. We also have the Clover Club pit boss here. After an investigator at the pit boss's location gains any number of clues, he immediately readies, engages, and attacks. Shit. And that would spoil my party pretty quickly, so maybe we shouldn't do that. What did this say about the pit boss? Over her. Okay. Alright, let me go. Just double check on this aloof nonsense. Okay. Spawn in the game. Okay. My only question is, does he still hunt? Because if he would hunt, then he would have been here at La Bella Luna. So I want to sort of make sure. Hit boss. Not hit box. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, he actually would have moved out to the restaurant just to look at me. So that was okay, but it doesn't really matter because now my second turn ended, so he is gonna move back. So I'd have to spend a turn at like the bar or the card room. He'll come in and then I move back and do that thing, which I guess is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna not gain a resource. I'm gonna take a card. All right, it's another fire axe. We got another doom on board, and we get another encounter card. Another twist of fate. All right. Wait a minute, I didn't shuffle this again. Every time with this shit. There we go. Something in the drinks. So it's got surge, so we're gonna draw another one. Each player has had a drink, loses an action. We have not had a drink. Rousing suspicions. Place 1 doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no doom is placed, lose 2 resources. Okay, so that's a problem. That means that we only have 1 more turn before shit's gonna hit the fan. Yeah, not much I can do about that. Alright. My turn. Let's do Duke for a move and investigate in the card room. Also no clues here. Okay, but we can spend 2 resources to reveal a random token, potentially giving us some clues. So I guess let's do that. Yeah, okay. First, so this is my second action. All right, it's an odd number, so nothing happens. Third action, do it again. Same thing. Fuck. All right, he moves in. I'm gonna draw a card. Scavenging. Okay. And this is now gonna tick over, so bummer. Your questioning has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the looks of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle discard into the deck. Okay, 2A. Underground muscle. Most of the other patrons seem oblivious to the mobsters and goons closing in around you, but you recognize this for what it really is. You're about to get roughed up. Okay, so we could have attacked a criminal enemy and things still wouldn't have really kicked off. Interesting. All right, so this goes down to 0. The number is 3, and we already have a doom on this guy, so it's gonna go quick. But there is still hope. We get an encounter card. Shit, man. All right, this is the last turn then. Fuck me. Unless I decide to just kill this guy. But he has 4 health. I can't really do that kind of damage. No, I guess I can. That's 2 hits. He's got a 3 fight. I'd be coming in with 5. Yeah, I suppose that's acceptable. Okay. And that would, I mean, apparently nothing bad will happen at this point if I punch this guy's lights out, or I have my dog eat him. So we might as well just, it'll give us another turn. A couple turns, really. All right, so first we'll have Duke attack this, oh, no, actually, that eats up a turn, because he has aloof, so I actually have to spend an action to engage him and draw him into my threat area. So that's one action. Second action is going to be to have Duke bite him. So this is 4 plus 1 from Dark Horse, so a 5 versus 3. Fuck me, that's terrible. All right, nothing I can do about that. Then I will dump the Fire Axe to ready Duke again, and then I'll use him again, and let's bite him again. There you go. Elder Sign is +2, and you ready Duke, although it doesn't matter because that's the end of my turn. So that did 2 damage to this fine gentleman. Okay. Which means that the Doom's gonna tick over anyways, so I didn't really do much. I needed to kill him in one go. That's a bummer. Alright, he's gonna hit me for 2 damage, so let's put 1 on Madam and 1 on Duke. Spread the love. I get to draw another card. Another Peter. And this is going to go to 1, so that's already ticking over thanks to the 2 Doom here. That kind of sucks, but them's the breaks. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity smashes through the entrance to the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside Hideous Abominations encounter set in Clover Club Lounge. Alright. Okay, so we're spawning this in the lounge. It's a conglomeration of spheres. How lovely. Shuffle the rest of that encounter side and Striking Fear into, okay. Striking Fear. This, shuffled. Move all investigators and from, okay, La Bella Luna is gone. It is gone. I'll delete it. It's gone. This doesn't exist. Okay, that's fun. Chaos in the Clover Club. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abominations attack everyone in the club. Screams echo through the halls as the blood begins to spray. Actually, you know what? I just realized. As soon as I flipped this over, it's removed from the game. So the enemies would not be aloof anymore. And I wouldn't have actually had to engage him. Let's redo this a little bit. Let's backtrack just a little bit. I actually could rewind time. Like a minute. Hold on. This is probably not the brightest idea. I don't think that didn't rewind enough. That didn't rewind quite enough. I took too long. Another 30 seconds, maybe? This is really not... But alright, fuck it. I know what I've... Alright, so I missed the first one. Nothing happened. Let's remove this temporarily. It might still be on there. It might still be on there. And I missed the first one. Then I hit the second one, and I got the Elder Sign, so Duke readied again, even though I said it didn't matter. But in this case, it would matter.
Sometimes you reach a point.
What am I listening to? God.
We just can't see ahead of yourself.
Fucking cryo chamber. Anytime cryo chamber puts in voice of any kind, it's like, nope, I'm out. Yeah. Right. So the Elder Sign refreshed Duke again, readied him. And so now I get my third action, because I didn't have to waste one to engage him. Because he wasn't aloof anymore. He just auto-engaged. So now my third action will be to exhaust him. 5 against 3. One more time. Yeah, boy. There we go. Now, okay. So now we spoil. We know what happens once shit hits the fan. But we have a little bit of time, so... Now I would draw the card. And now this would go to 1 out of 3, so that's fine. We undid all the encounter stuff, the encounter deck stuff, so that's good. Because then I can just draw my encounter card. Twist of Fate, okay, well. The -1, so I take a damage. That's fine. That's ultimately better than what was happening. Alright. Good. So now we've got some potential. Oh, I was supposed to spend 2 resources when I did this. Okay. Well, that's not going to be doable. So... let's move here first. Okay, this is having a drink. I have to spend 2 resources again. So, okay, I think this can work out. Let's, yeah, I'll just draw 2. Doesn't really matter. I could take one from Madame Lebranche, but it doesn't matter. I don't have anything else to do on my turn. Okay. Then... I will... draw a card. Doom goes to 2. I'm hoping nothing causes that to increase again. Hunt it down. Basically gain surge. Okay. Something in the drinks. We haven't had a drink yet, so this draw another one. Mobster, there you go. That's actually kind of a problem. That is kind of a problem. Because now I'm not going to have enough. Well, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. All right. Okay, that's my turn. He's on me. We're gonna fight with Duke. We don't get the +1 due to having 2 resources, and I can't spend those until I deal with this guy. So this is just a 4 versus a 2. All right, -1 does 2 damage. He is a dead man. All right. Then I'll spend 2 resources. gain 2 clues, and draw 2 cards. So now we have had a drink. Draw 2 cards. Oh, we got hypochondria. So now whenever we take 1 or more damage, you take a direct horror. Okay. And then my third action is going to be to move back to the lounge. Which is where the enemy is going to pop up, but I'm okay with that. I'm ready. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Then I draw a card. Okay, great. Then this ticks to 3, so we're gonna do all these effects again. So we're gonna take these and these. This gets shuffled. This time we get the Servant of the Lurker. Ooh, look at this. Look at this guy. That's definitely some Wilbur Whateley shit going on. Okay. When he attacks you, in addition to doing 2 damage and 2 horror, you also discard the top 2 cards of your deck. So he's definitely a tricky pickle. Okay. Okay. So now La Bella Luna is gone, and it says... At the start of the enemy phase, we discard each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy, as he just starts to kill criminals. Alright. So we definitely got to kill this guy. He's got 5 health, so it is doable. We can just kill him this turn, which would be sweet. But the numbers are a little tricky. Little tricky here. Can't use reckless assault or anything because, well, you know, I have too much sanity. I got too much in my head. So, we're just going to... He doesn't have retaliate, so that's good. We're just going to exhaust Duke. This is going to be a 5 attack versus a 4. And we're going to play the odds. We played odds. This is a -2. You can spend 2 resources to treat it as a 0 instead. No. However, I could cheat. I can treat it as if it were any other token in the bag. You know, Ashcamp Pete, he's not probably, he's not completely against cheating for a good cause. I think this is a good cause. So, does that have any other stipulations? No, it's just when you reveal a token. Alright, once per round. So let's treat that as an Elder Sign. So that's definitely a hit, and we ready Duke again. So that's... Oh, let me bring this over here. That is a good 2 damage to this dude. Let's go again with Duke, 5 versus 4. Oh, look at that. That's pretty lucky, I gotta say. Alright, that's 4. And let's have Duke hit him again. A 0. I mean, look, you know me, I'm not rigging this shit. It's just luck of the draw. But this dude got mollywopped. Alright. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Put him in the victory display. We get a card. Vicious Blow. This goes back to 0, and then it goes up to 1. The number is 7 now, but this is the last agenda card, so we probably want to get stuff sorted. Let's draw an encounter card. Rotting Remains. Willpower 3 for each point you fail by. Take 1 horror. We have a willpower of 5. And we drew the Elder Sign again. The fuck? Does this bag have 4 of them in there? No. It's just... I mean, it's random. I mean, it's not. There's no funny business going on here. Look, I could draw -4s. Yeah, it's just really lucky shit. All right, see ya. Okay. Okay. All right. On our turn, we're going to be discarding an ally asset. Yep, to gain 2 clues. So let's get rid of one of our Peters. That bumps us up to 5, and we immediately spend 4 of them in order to advance this. After speaking to a number of gamblers and servers, it seems as though Dr. Morgan has had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Put the darkened hall into play. There it is. That connects to this. I wish this... Alright, whatever. There you go. See, I can do it myself. Alright. If it's Agenda 1, okay, it's not Agenda 1. Skin game. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the club, where only VIPs and the club's managers are allowed. If you are to find him, you're going to have to sneak or even fight your way in. Alright. Fine. We'll do one of those. Okay, that was my first action, right? So let's just move to the VIP area with our other 2 actions. When Darkened Hall is revealed, put into play the 3... Oh, the Darkened Hall. We need to find the VIP area. Put into play the 3 set-aside back hall doorway locations. Alright. There they are. Let's see here. We got a 1, a 2, a 3. And they're all connected here. So... Shit. Alright, we don't need it. We don't need it. I'm not going to change my... Whatever. Alright, we got it. They all connect here. Okay, dokay. That was my 3 actions. I'll draw a card. Emergency cash is pretty good. So then we can play the St. Hubert's key next turn. Doom goes up to 2. Counter card. Rousing suspicions. There's no criminals, so I lose 2 resources, which I can't, so nothing happens. Perfect. Alrighty, our turn again. Let's play emergency cash as 1 action. Exhaust this to get another resource. Oh, well, we would do this first, because you have to have no resources. So that bumps us up to 4, and then I'll play St. Hubert's key as my second action. So that gives us +1 willpower, +1 intellect, -2 sanity. So our max is currently 3. But whenever we would be defeated due to having too much horror, we can instead discard this and heal 2 of it. So a little bit of protection. And now we can play Reckless Assault and Desperate Search. Alright, third action, let's just move to this one. The VIP area. While you're here, you can't draw cards or gain resources during the upkeep phase. I think I'm okay with that. Alright. So we don't do anything there, we don't do anything there. Doom goes up to 3, and we get an encounter card. Frozen in Fear. Okay, so the first time each round that you do a move, fight, or evade, it costs 1 additional action. And we test willpower at the end of our turn. If successful, we get rid of it. Okay, it's fine, I guess. So I'm going to investigate with Duke, which does not cost an extra action. So that's going to be a 6 versus 3. The Elder Society. All right. I mean, it is what it is. We've got 2 clues now. That's all we need. And we can spend the 2 at the VIP area where we are in order to advance. So that's pretty lucky. We found that right away. We have not yet completed extracurricular activity. You find Dr. Morgan gambling in one of the VIP rooms, but he appears to be playing cards with 2 unconscious bodies, his pupils dilated as though in a trance. He can't seem to stop laughing, smiling, and chatting with the other players. Alright, so we get Dr. Morgan. Dr. Peter Morgan. Okay. With or without Dr. Morgan, you have to get out of here fast. So when he's not controlled, we can do an action to test willpower 3 to shake him out of his daze. And we only have to do that once because there's 1 investigator. And we take control of him. Okay, presumably we want to do that. And then we have to resign, I guess. Yeah, that's the objective. So, unfortunately, La Bella Luna was the location where we could resign. So now we need to find another way to resign, which probably means one of these doorways. So we got to get Morgan on board, you know, shake him out of his daze, and then we got to find a way out. Alright, that's fine. So that was my first action. Second action is going to be to parlay with this guy then. Willpower 3. I said I had willpower 6. We got a -4. Not a whole lot I can do about that. So I guess third action we'll try to... Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Okay, third action we'll do it again. Alright, there you go, -2. Take control of this bastard. Now... He goes in the ally slot, so I don't know how that works. I don't know... I might have to get rid of Madame Lebranche. Let's find out. I think so. I think I have to dump my ally in order to... Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean... I think so. I have to check the FAQ. Yeah, I think so. Okay, that's fine. We'll dump the old broad. Drop her like a bag of bricks. And we'll put the cool Dr. Francis Morgan there. Alright, so that was 3 actions. So... I still don't get to draw a card because I'm in the VIP area. We're going to test Frozen in Fear, 6 versus 3. Fuck. That's annoying. So... I don't get rid of Frozen in Fear. Yeah. I mean, maybe I should have buffed that, but I was kind of confident. My luck's running dry. Alright, Doom goes up by 1, and we get an encounter card. Cursed Luck. -1 skill value during skill tests. And when you succeed by 1 or more, you discard it. Alright, things are starting to add up here, man. Okay, fuck. First action is a move, which costs 2. Then my third action, I could move. But I guess I can do Duke's investigation thing to get me a move, and maybe I'll find a clue there. Oh, there's a clue there. Look at that. This isn't where I need to be, but there's a clue here. So, investigation, it's going to be a 6 -1 due to Cursed Luck. So this is a 5 versus a 2. Auto fail. Brilliant. So ordinarily I would lose 2 resources, but I can't. So screw it. I do get to draw a card now. Say your prayers. That's good. Okay, let's test Frozen Fear again. Now it's a success, so we can discard that. I still have Cursed Luck because I didn't succeed. Wait a minute, I definitely did just succeed. Haha, fuck you. Get gone. Alright, Doom goes up by 1 again, leaving me with 2 turns. Well, 3 turns, sort of. Yeah. Encounter card. Swarm of Rats. It's 1 fight, 1 health. They hunt you down. They're very easy to kill, but, you know, they're sort of in your way. It's annoying. I think we might have to ditch this clue. Because I don't know, I mean, maybe you just go there and it says resign, and then you resign and you're fine. But alright, I have to... No, I don't have to kill them. Well, actually, hold on. Does this... Does it restrict what you can do, or does it just mean if you do something else... Alright, they attack you. They attack you, but you can still do things. So maybe I don't kill the rats.
I'm not crazy.
Okay, maybe I don't. Because I can just dump a bunch of damage onto Francis Morgan. Okay. In that case, let's... Let's have Duke investigate. This is a 6 versus a 2. That's fine. That's a success, so I get that clue. The only reason I care is because this is worth a victory point if we clear it out. So that causes a damage to Francis. Then I'll move here, second action, that causes another damage. And then I'll move again, third action. Alright, it is just a resign, but there's one last clue to be picked up, and I think we'll be okay as long as the encounter card doesn't fuck us. Just draw another card, calling in favors. The rat. Actually, would he have followed me? Yep, it does move. Okay, so he would have attacked me 2 more times then. Once for the other move, and then once again during the enemy phase, so we'll put a damage on Duke. Alright, then this goes up to 6, and we draw an encounter card. We got hunted down. No, there are no criminals. Twist of fate. Alright. It's 1 damage. I guess I'll take it. Which means that due to hypochondria, I'm also going to take a direct horror. Okay, that's livable. That's altogether livable. Now let's... let's kill the rat. Yeah, let's just kill the rat. So let's use Duke. Let's overkill this rat, because we're pretty much done. So do this. So that's a base of 5. We'll play Reckless Assault, so that's 9 versus 1. Yep, I think he's dead. Then we'll do an Investigate without using Duke. Ah, fuck it, I can use Duke. We can just get rid of this, ready him up, Investigate. We'll use Desperate Search, so that's like 10 versus 1. Yep, definitely a success. And then our third action will be to resign. How do you like them apples? Whoop, wrong one. There you go. You escape the club, doing your best to look inconspicuous as several cars pull up near the street. A handful of grim-faced men and women exit, running toward the restaurant's entrance to take control of the situation. One of them catches your eye, his hand on the grip of his .38, but thankfully he turns his attention back to the rest of his crew and follows them into the club. You breathe a sigh of relief. Alright, we do have Dr. Francis under our control. So we get Resolution 2. What in the world? Dr. Morgan finally breaks out of his daze as you make your way to safety. You ask him what he remembers, and he sputters and shakes his head. It's all a haze, he explains, visibly exhausted. I was having the run of my life. Perhaps I had one too many shots. But those creatures... I haven't seen anything like that since... He trails off, and you can tell that his mind is racing. His eyes widen with realization, and his face pales. I may not be in the best shape, but I'll help you with your investigation. Whatever it takes. Alright, record the O'Banion gang as a bone to pick with us. Alright, we need this. There we go. Whoop. Wait, whoop. O'Banion gang bone pick. Right. We rescued Dr. Francis Morgan. Right. Rescued Dr. Francis Morgan. And we can choose to add him to our deck. I don't think I actually want to. He's not really good. Not really. I don't know. He's cost 3. It's hefty. He can't take any sanity, which is really what I look for in an ally. It's just offloading my problems onto them. The +1 fight's okay, but... and then the other thing... Card draw. I tend to have a lot of cards anyways. I don't know. We'll set him aside. I think I maybe can add him later if I want, but yeah. Alright, we did cheat. I did cheat that one time. So we have to add a chaos token to the bag for the remainder of the campaign. Shit. Chaos token reserve. One of these. So it's gonna be... Those are usually pretty bad. So we're gonna set that there. I think I have to manually add that each scenario. Alright, then we are gonna go on to extracurricular activity. We get victory points equal to the victory display. So that's really just gonna be... Oh, I did get that clue, huh? Did I? I must have. Oh yeah, I must have. Oh yeah, because I needed it to advance. So yeah, I picked up all 3. So that's 3 points there. And another 2 there, so I got 5 XP. Okay. 5. No trauma, that's all good. Okay. Good. Good. So, for upgrading. So, Charisma is our first bet, which I believe is a neutral card. Yep, Charisma. So this is a permanent card, and that means you start every scenario with that in play. You don't have to find it in your deck or anything like that. It's just good to go, ready for action. So that's great. And that gives us an additional ally slot every friggin' scenario. The other upgrade is going to be to one of the Peter Sylvesters. So this bumps his sanity limit up to 3. He still heals 1 per turn, but he gives us a +1 dex and willpower. So, yeah, it's just better. It's just better in every way. And with the additional ally slot, it's definitely going to see some use. The other card that is really good, and when I play, I always just fall in love with it. Like one of my favorite cards in the game, really, just because of how useful it is this one, Lucky. So you can play this whenever you fail any skill test, and it just gives you +2 for the cost of 1 resource. Now, it's a little trickier in a Dark Horse deck because you tend to run with 0 resources. But if you're going into a crucial skill test that you have a good chance of failing, grabbing a resource just for the purpose of playing Lucky is fantastic. And I think the upgraded Lucky is what we would get very quickly. Upgraded Lucky just lets you draw a card immediately as well, which is good. It's not, you know, if it bumped it down to 0 cost, that would be absurd. But yeah, it is still either way good, and we're going to grab that soon. What was the... Oh, Charisma. I need to get rid of a card for Charisma. That's a good question, I guess. Possibly a skill. Maybe resourceful. Or scavenging. Because, yeah. Or maybe a leather coat. Maybe one of the leather coats. I have 2 of them, I believe. I thought I had... No, maybe... Oh, yeah, I have 2 of them. Alright, yeah, let's dump one of the leather coats. It's a fine card, but it does cost an action to play, and I usually don't need the 2 health. But you never know. Alrighty. Where did my charisma go? Where did my charisma go? The hell? Did it like sink in somewhere, or did I shuffle it some... I didn't... No, I definitely didn't put it in there. Really, where did it go? Okay, I guess we'll find it. I just duplicate it just in case, but you stay there. Don't move. But put it there. Hypochondria. There. 31 cards. I think that's correct. 32, 30. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Alrighty. Then that's good. We'll be moving on to... Oh, let me bump this XP down to 0. We spent it all. We'll be moving on to extracurricular activity. So we will be heading to the university no matter what. Yeah, the choice of... Yeah, I mean, they are different depending on which one you do first. You know, if we had done extracurricular activity first, we would not have found Dr. Morgan. We would have found Peter Clover, this other asshole. So, but you can imagine now that we're doing extracurricular activities second, what might we find or not find. But if we had let this tick by, we would have just gotten resolution 4. It would have just immediately been like, I think you just immediately lose. You just die, I believe. No, you don't. We do survive. Yeah, they're not that cruel. It's really generally pretty nice about not ending a campaign too quickly. You would have just taken a physical trauma, and we wouldn't have gotten old Francis Morgan. But we did fine. We did all right. Me and Duke. All right, I'll leave it off here. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Arkham Horror, the card game. See you fine folks in the next part.